Governor Jim Pillen wants to provide property tax relief under a reform plan that would impose tax caps on units of government and replace some of the lost revenue with an expansion of sales tax. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Governor Jim Pillen explained this week during a media briefing that Nebraska's pattern of heavy taxes on real property is a major problem for all residents, and he wants to cut property taxes statewide from $5 billion down to $3 billion. He acknowledges to achieve this, there's going to be a lot of tough conversations to have this plan cross the finish line.
All of us that have the privilege to serve Nebraska doing the people's work, we've all worked hard to have relationships and trust each other, meaning if we don't agree that we still can have conversations in a respectful Nebraska way. I think that it's incredibly important that we all have a positive attitude and have a trust that we're all coming from it from a position of what's best for Nebraska.
Among the other things, the plan would boost sales revenue by increasing sales taxes 36% and cigarette taxes by more than 400%, and taxing so-called games of skill at the same rate as casino gambling. A state sales tax rate of 7.5% in Nebraska would make it the highest in the nation, according to the Sales Tax Institute. The plan includes a tougher lid on local spending as well. Pillen plans to fill in some of the information about his proposal during a State of the State address next Thursday. Well, members of the Scottsbluff County Board are looking for options to relieve the pressure on a county attorney's office that has seen an increase in demand for services amid a labor shortage. Commissioner Mark Harris is working to put together a proposal in which the county could hire an attorney specifically to handle matters of a civil nature, such as contracts and advising county staff and officers on compliance with state law. County Attorney Dave Eubanks told the board last week it's not a bad idea, as his office is facing several issues, not the least of which is the anticipated retirement of Deputy Attorney General Doug Warner.
If I had a conflict or something, Doug would take that as the Attorney General as an assistant Deputy County Attorney. He's retired. They've been trying to fill that spot, and actually Mike Hilgers, I've talked to Mike a number of times, he wanted to get at least 3 other trial lawyers in the trial division at the Attorney General's office. They've had absolutely no success getting anyone.
Eubanks said in addition to the issue of an office at about half strength, the criminal caseload has increased substantially, and at this time, he has to personally handle all complex cases, such as those involving a life sentence. Harris said he would continue to work on the process, possibly involving a request for proposals for later in the year, with the cost of a civil attorney likely to be accounted for in the next budget. We'll have more news right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Welcome back. A Scottsbluff man decided to skip the middleman to get booked into jail. Around 3:30 a.m. Sunday, 43-year-old Dominic Flores drove to the Scottsbluff County Detention Center. He reportedly told jail staff that he was a Cheyenne County officer and was there to transport an inmate back to Sidney. Scottsbluff County Detention Center staff became suspicious and contacted Cheyenne County Dispatch and said that there was no one from their jurisdiction that was supposed to be in Scottsbluff County to pick up anybody. Flores was subsequently arrested for impersonating a peace officer, driving under suspension, and possession of marijuana. Well, after serving for 15 years with the organization, Box Butte Development Corporation Executive Director Chelsea Harrion is stepping down. Notable accomplishments during her tenure include securing a grant to purchase the site where Nutrien Ag Solution now sits, as well as securing a $750,000 rural workforce housing grant last year to help address child care issues for the next 3 years in Box Butte County. Her last day will be February 8th, and the board of directors are in the process of searching for a replacement. And the 2024 mountain lion hunting season in Nebraska's Niobrara unit closed on Sunday when the harvest sublimit of a 6-year-old collared female was shot north of Long Pine, Nebraska. In accordance with the NGPC's management objectives, the harvest of mountain lions allows the population to remain resilient and healthy while slowing growth in the Niobrara unit and halting growth or moderately reducing the population size in the Pine Ridge unit. The Niobrara unit was added to the Pine Ridge unit for mountain lion hunting for the first time for the 2024 season. The Niobrara unit encompasses parts of Brown, Cherry, Keapaha, Rock, and Sheridan counties.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
Benzel Pest Control has been the Wyoming and Nebraska area's most committed professional pest control company. We have 4 generations and nearly 50 years of experience serving Nebraska, Wyoming, and Colorado, as well as certified entomologists on staff. So whether you're dealing with spiders, wasps, rodents, or any other unwanted visitors, give Benzel Pest Control a call today for an estimate at 888-229-2128 or visit our website at benzelpestcontrol.com.
Well, let's get an update when it comes to the Beef Checkoff. Joining us is Greg Haynes. He is the Chief Executive Officer of the Cattlemen's Beef Board. As we go back and remind our listeners of the basics of the checkoff, you guys have been around for quite some time. How do you continue to evolve in the funding that's allocated?
Yeah, no, we've been around since 1985. So the Beef Checkoff was started in the 1985 Farm Bill. It went into effect in 1986. We started collecting dollars and had a referendum after that. I think probably most people know, but it's set up so that every time an animal is sold, the dollar's collected. Half of that dollar stays in the state at that state beef council for use there, and the other half comes up to national. So we work on that national side to do marketing, promotion, research, to build demand for beef, and then we work very closely with the state beef councils on leveraging all this and tying it together. But like I said, yeah, it's been around for a while. There's some misperceptions on the program. But also what we've seen is, in 1985, it was $1 per head. Now we're in 2023, and it's still $1 a head. So one of the challenges that that dollar now is really only worth about 35 cents in that purchasing power that we have. So just making sure that we continue to be very efficient and effective with it and get the biggest bang for the buck that we can.
Some of your detractors will say, I don't see anything about the beef checkoff. Perhaps the reason is because if you're a cattle producer, you're not necessarily the target market of trying to drive more beef demand. But who is that? In 2023, where are you trying to build demand right now?
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. We hear that a lot. Like, I don't see anything that's going on with the checkoff. You know, before when you'd advertise, you know, on TV or whatever, there was 3 stations. So that was kind of your options. But now with social media, you can be very, very specific on who you are reaching out to. So beef producers aren't going to see it because we're really targeting those consumers, especially in like high population areas that are purchasing the beef. So this could be housewives, you know, the younger generation too, as they are starting their families and you know going out and shopping and looking for fun things that they can cook and do at home. Those are really the people that we're reaching out to. And so they're also very tech savvy. You know, they have their cell phones, and so they're the ones that, as they're shopping, they can be getting messages right in store that say, hey, here's how you can cook this beef cut, or here's some ideas on what to do. And so that helps them make those decisions and purchase it right then at the store.
Yeah. Grilling is cool again for a lot of people. You got the smokers, people got a fancy setup, and they want to find the right meat to put on the grill.
Exactly.
Obviously, the price of beef has gone up. How do you market to consumers knowing that the dollar for them, like it is for the checkoff, doesn't go quite as far as it previously did?
Yeah, and that's always the challenge. I mean, we've had inflation with this. As you know, cattle numbers are low right now, so our supply of beef is low, which makes prices higher. But I think where we're at in the environment now really shows the benefit of the checkoff. So if you look at that demand for beef, that demand is incredibly strong now, even with those higher prices. So consumers are paying more for beef, but they're continuing to do that. And that's because they know that it's a great tasting, healthy, you know, enjoyable protein to eat. And so they're making it their choice of the center of plate. And so that's something that just doesn't happen overnight. It's not like the checkoff can come in and say, hey, start buying beef, and everybody will. It takes years and years of like working with the consumers to make sure that they've got that trust in the product. And that's what we're seeing now. Again, I mean, to me, this is the hugest testament to how impactful the checkoff is this demand for beef that we have right now.
Where's the checkoff headed in 2024? What are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, it's so hard. There's always like so many different programs that are going on, but I think, you know, as we talk with higher prices, having that pulse on what the consumers' concerns are and what they're doing is going to be important. So we have a lot of that kind of consumer tracking, and then tying that into the messaging that goes forward with them is key. A new campaign has started, kind of tied under the Beef It's What's for Dinner, which is Together We Bring More. And that kind of plays on the whole fact that when you're out to celebrate or there's something, you know, exciting, it's like you celebrate with beef. And so it's like, why not celebrate all the little small day-to-day things with beef? You know, so this really kind of gets it out there and shows the enjoyment and the way to just have fun and enjoy every day with beef. So I think these things are coming up. We've got great programs with STEM teachers who are educating their students, especially in like high population areas, on agriculture and how science and technology are in it. And so this is becoming a part of the curriculum. So these kids who've never seen a cow in real life can now learn more about this and be a little bit more in touch with agriculture and beef production. So I think a lot of exciting things going on.
Welcome to the Snow Show, boys and girls. Today we'll be learning about safe snow tips. Yay! Tip number 1. When scooping the sidewalk, always deposit the snow on your lawn and gardens. Not only is it environmentally safe, it keeps our streets and gutters clear. Tip number 2. Where there's ice on the ground, use salt only as a last resort. Use no-salt de-icers, which are less harmful to plants, animals, and your concrete. Be safe around snow and ice. The show is brought to you today by Tri-State Water.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, Riverside Discovery Center got an unexpected surprise arrival last Thursday as their 21-year-old female Scottish Highland cow delivered a baby bull calf. Zoo staff said she had not shown signs of pregnancy and had been housed with the male Rusty for over 2 years and had not produced a calf. Because the calf requires around-the-clock attention, RDC staff made the decision to find a home for the young bull calf due to spatial limitations in the barn exhibit. The zoo is home to 4 other Scottish Highland cattle, including a baby born this past summer to Mother Ginger. Zoo staff says while it was a difficult decision, the calf was placed in a home where it will have around-the-clock feedings, access to veterinary care, and the necessary space to grow and thrive. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.